Oh, yeah. So I don't know why this meme keeps coming up, but yeah.
Why does that keep popping up?
Because it's the shooter thing, and this is like the main thing that they want to violent video games.
Yeah.
I've been saying that all along, man.
They're trying to make the violent video games.
You don't blame it on violent video games. You blame it on the mental illness
right.
of what's going on.
Because when you add mental illness plus a whole bunch of other stuff,
violent
eventually,
video games as a younger person, and then violence.
That's just the feeling.
Violence that's in the family.
Yeah, the family also.
It all revolves into a big.
I don't think it's necessarily the violence in the video games as much as the message that they keep putting out within the violence in the video games. You know what I mean? Like they keep trying to push.
Well, it's not like it's not one thing, right?
Yeah.
So first you have to have the mental dilapidation. Yeah, the mental has to be messed up, and then you add this.
You can say retardation.
Yeah, the mental retardation. Yeah,
because that is what the literal term for it is.
And then you have this, and then you have this. It has to be compounded on multiple things. Mm-hmm. And the reason that they're saying violent video games they put it on one thing is because, well, lots of these shootings, lots of the time, the shooters,
they're crazy.
Have they have previous experience or previous run-ins?
The background checks of playing video games.
No, they have like the previous experience with the FBI. So the FBI already knew that this person had a mental issue, and that people were like, you might want to check into this person. The FBI already knows that this person existed, but then they don't do anything.
Like
the last 3 or 4 mass shootings that we've had. A mass shooting is anything where 4 people or older get killed.
4 more,
The last 4, they have not been treated as such.
Yeah.
They had no mental illness. Bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
They had
there was a picture.
Issue.
There was a picture of that dude.
The Uvalde dude.
Yeah, the Hispanic.
I
don't want to say Mexican.
He had
Hispanic
the dead cats.
Yeah, he had a bag of dead cats on his social media. I was like, this guy was not stable. Like,
and that's something else I found out, but because they said that he passed a background check.
Yeah.
Can you believe that the place that he went to get the guns for the background check? They actually that place, I forgot I think it was a gun shop or whatever the place was that he went to. They were already in trouble because they had dealings with cartels already.
Oh,
so it's
Lord.
like, did he really pass the background check now? Because was this a legitimate background check, or did somebody do something? Because if you're dealing with you've already got something that's dealing with cartels. You probably just kind of went under the radar on that one and just said he passed the background check. Now, I'm not saying that he did or didn't. I'm just saying that it's kind of suspicious that all of these things are coming up like this. You know what I'm saying? And along with the Uvalde shooting. So, after we found out or heard that, the police didn't do anything and all of this and all that stuff, the police they just stopped. They're no longer working with journalists for some reason now. Probably because people are starting to see that there's a lot of fishy stuff going on.
It's called covering it up.
Yep, and it's kind of weird that the Uvalde shooting got blown so big because before and after the shooting, there were other shootings that got ignored. And do you want to guess possibly maybe why they happened to be ignored?
Because they were all trans or black people.
Hey, there you go. It was because they
were all trans or black people.
There was a dude.
The gays are shooting people up, but no one cares about the gays when they got a gun in their hand.
Right after the Uvalde one, there was a black guy who went into a hospital and shot it up because he said he went after. I think he went after his doctor, but I think he shot some doctor. Yeah, he shot some other people also. I think just because they just happened to be there. Okay, yeah. So, and I think it was because he said that the doctor, he had some surgery and he was having pain, and he was saying it was the doctor's fault. So he went and shot the doctor because of the pain that he had after the surgery, and it was his fault. And I'm like, I've never had surgery, so I don't know exactly what goes on in that. But
you got to look at it. Was that individual playing video games in his prior past?
Right? Because
everybody wants to play the video game thing or did he actually suffer from some type of mental illness?
Right? Because like
you gotta nip it at its ass and figure out what the problem is, not blame it on just mental
this or
illness
that,
or video games.
right? And the picture that they showed, the dude is, I don't have the picture up here, but the picture of that guy, he is clearly has some kind of mental issue.
Yeah, you could see it.
His face is like he is clearly like
not there entirely.
not there.
Like he was tripping on PCP
Or something is going on.
Which
like,
he may have been at that time.
at that moment,
Yeah,
right?
we
Like he
don't
was
know.
like he was trying to get rid of the pain, so he took the drugs, and then the drugs were like,
Exactly.
go shoot the place up, and then he did it. You know, that's kind of what it
Jesus
kind of
says.
Oh my god. Oh fuck. That's why you gotta stay away from the hardcore drugs, people.
Hardcore drugs, hardcore religion.
Oh gosh. But yeah, it's like what he was saying, right? It's the mental illness.
Yeah.
And this lady, Joyride, she is a demon. Oh my god, this shit that she says is the worst. I don't know if you know who she is.
No.
Bro,
I know exactly who
like
she
I've
is.
Who is
seen
she?
she says the wildest shit.
She's a commentator
On
for
MSNBC.
MSNBC.
Yeah.
Correct.
And boy, she like says the like it's like
Joyride show.
Oh.
like I'm only gonna show it's only like a few
I hate
seconds
the
of
show.
this. But like this, like watch.
There was
stopped
no
watching
mental
years ago.
health issue with the individual who stole the futures of 19 children in Uvalde, Texas.
Listen to it.
There was no mental health issue with the individual who stole the futures of 19 children in Uvalde,
What do you mean there's no
Texas.
mental issue?
That line might be the stupidest thing that has ever been said on MSNBC, and that is an incredible statement to make. And I think
Like for real. Like
Nice applause.
right? Like how do you say that with a straight face? Like there was dude had a picture of himself holding a bag of dead cats.
It's easy. They've got a gun pointed at her from behind the camera.
Right? But you better say this shit.
You ain't paid me.
It's a lot of paycheck.
Oh my gosh. But it's very obvious why all these are happening. Because in the past 2-3 weeks, there have been so many shootings and so many potential shootings. And we already know why. It's because they're coming to take the guns. And they have to come in hard.
They're coming after the Second
core.
Amendment.
Nobody's
That's what I
taking
think.
So
anybody's guns. Right
fucking
Well, they're trying to.
now. They
core.
can try all they want.
Yeah, they can try. But
Well, yeah.
They
I
take
mean,
it to
it's
the
not
gun.
going to happen.
Never gonna happen.
But they're trying to push.
You got to keep the guns.
the
out
guns
of
bad
people,
agenda.
Keep the guns out of the people's hands that don't deserve to have a gun.
Right.
Right,
That's the issue.
That's what they have to do. But the
Yeah.
thing is that they're not doing things to do that. They're
Correctly.
doing things to do to take guns from the people who are actually going to follow the law.
That's
So
right.
it's like saying, "Hey, we're going to take everybody's guns," but the person that did the illegal thing, he
Reminds
did
me
have
of
his
that
guns
meme.
legally anyways. Wait, hold
Reminds
on.
me-
Is what we're also seeing now is that people are stocking up on guns.
Yup.
And they're stocking up on ammo because they're being led to believe that these all are going to go away.
Yeah. Well,
Well, this is in Canada.
It's
Sorry to say.
not.
Canada
guns
did the
aren't
same
gonna go
thing.
away.
Yeah.
Canada did the same thing.
Canada's
Like
doing the same thing
the
right now.
Guns are not going to go away. No, it's not going to happen.
No, they're integrated into our society.
I read a report about 2 days ago saying that the theft on guns out of people's vehicles have gone up dramatically.
oh shit.
Jesus
And
Christ.
that's scary.
Yep.
That's scary.
It's kind of ironic.
For the state that we live in, that, concealed state, that people can break right into your car knowing that that personal item may be in there, it's skyrocketing.
Shit.
That's scary.
Yep.
It's kind of ironic when you think
That's
about
why you don't let people
But-
know that you got the weapon, I guess.
That's correct.
it. I don't want to, it's called concealed carry for a reason.
Right? That's why you walk into there. But like what he was saying, Canada, Homeboy
Oh
just
my
came
God.
out.
What a coincidence.
Homeboy just came out and said it straight up.
We're
Sure
introducing
did.
legislation to implement a national
I hate this guy.
freeze on handgun ownership.
A national
What this
freeze.
means is that it will no longer be possible to buy, sell, transfer, or
My
import
favorite part is that
handguns
he's talking like
anywhere in
he's
Canada.
super important and dramatic.
That's how he talks about it.
I know
Everything.
everything.
And he's like, does that
He
vary?
Every
Soft
single time, it's just
and
like, I
slow.
feel like he's got a hand down there stroking his dick.
He just wants to stay elected. That's what it
Right,
is.
right.
Man. That's all
I
it
don't.
boils down to.
I don't think anybody's gonna because
They
I
shouldn't.
have literally heard of no Canadian anywhere that's like, yes, I totally love this guy. Like
I can ask
nobody.
a few of the Canadians on my server.
Go ask him. I'm pretty
I
sure.
want to. I feel like none of them, they're college students, so they haven't really been keeping up with their own news, but, you know.
Oh man, college students. Oh gosh, when
Aren't they
I
the
was
best?
gosh, college. Oh man, damn. Oh shit. Oh college. Oh shit. Hopefully, no, I already know the colleges are fucking. They have been so corrupted.
Yeah.
Like, cause that
Every
person- yeah,
college.
every
I
college.
I was at the tail end of it when I left.
Me. Well, yeah, me too, sort of, yeah. Because like I told you, those general education classes,
Where did you
they
go?
pretty much.
Was it here or was it another state?
It was in the one that the last one that I was in was in California.
Okay.
And they literally they were teaching all of us everything is racist and saying that all of these things on like you can see this white thing on the thing and that's racist because it's white supremacy, and I'm like, what? And they showed us this poster of the what's it called, that Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
You know, the one that's American, where it was like Finn, the black dude.
They're all American. They're
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Well, no, because they actually did have a viewing in China, and you know how racist China is. So the Chinese one didn't have Finn up there at all,
Then
which is the black guy that was on
Oh.
Star Wars. So they took him off. But in that
that's how bad
class,
those movies were.
yeah, in that class, they told us that Chinese poster was because that's from the South. And they said that this
What?
poster is from the South because the South doesn't like black people. And I'm like,
It's called propaganda. Man.
I'm from the South.
right? What are you talking about? This is so false.
Oh my
Called
god.
propaganda, man.
Exactly. And that was the first time in that class is the first time I ever heard of BLM, because in that day when he was teaching that lesson or whatever, I think it was a foreign student was like somebody somebody said something and she was like, but don't all lives matter though? And then this girl came up and was like, Black Lives Matter, and I'm like, what the fuck is she yelling about? What? I was like so confused. I was like, why is she screaming about Black Lives Matter? And what's the matter with all
Ben,
lives
can you get
matter?
your mic closer to your face a little bit? Or
Is that better?
yeah.
Yeah.
Someone was saying that
You're
Glenn
very
was too
quiet. Yeah.
We're drowning him out.
Yeah, our mouths are
That's
too
because you're
big.
talking too much, man.
It's like, shut the fuck up.
Shut up! I'm trying to make my point. God, young people these days.
Right? Their
Hey,
mouths
what
are
you
so
calling me old?
No, you're young.
I'm
You're
not
young.
old. I'm ancient. All right, there's a difference between old and ancient.
Yeah, and I'm
ancient.
old and you're a child.
I'm the baby.
This is like three generations of human.
This
right
is actually 3 generations sitting in one room. Yeah.
Yeah, are y'all millennials?
I
think
guess
you
I
are.
am.
You were
yeah.
born in
That
like
sucks,
89?
man.
Yeah.
That
Your
sucks.
generation sucks.
Your generation sucks, dude.
Right, because right when I graduated high school, 2007, 2008.
Yeah. Well, your generation
Recession.
started all the bullshit, and my generation's just like
No,
adding on to it. I
our
think.
generation like came into adulthood right when the bullshit started.
Yeah, my generation is the thing that's like accelerating that. I think.
Yeah, your generation is the generation that got heavily propagandized. So lots of you gotta kind of like that.
Don't hurt the mic with your hand.
Right,
Yeah,
that got
that-
right
the
under
mic
my
has
nail. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, shit. And now you not heard Trudeau say it. Well, here is Mr. Biden.
Mr. Sunglass.
Mr. Biden is
Sunglass
like
man.
saying his
Fan.
stuff. We got to get rid of the guns with the 9mm.
And they showed me a X-ray. He said a .22 caliber bullet will lodge in the lung, and we can probably get it out. May be able to get it and save the life. A 9mm bullet blows the lung out of the body.
That's stupid.
What? What did you just say?
He
I'm
said
sorry.
a 9mm.
I'm tired. I thought he just said
He
that a
said
pistol.
one of these bullets
Yeah.
will blow your lung out.
I was about to say. I thought he just said a pistol bullet
A
about
50 caliber,
that big.
a 50 caliber bullet will take your friggin' whole body.
Right.
Yeah,
So what
like
the
a
hell is the
50
difference,
caliber
man?
will-
I mean,
The whole point of the gun
simple
is
as
to
that.
kill people. I mean,
like 9mm versus.
if you're going to use a gun to kill people, that's what you're doing it for. If you want to
Exactly.
get practice or use it to protect your family or your future, that's a whole nother issue.
Right? Like,
and again, we're back with this mental illness thing.
Right.
Exactly.
With people with a friggin' gun.
And this guy has a lot of mental illness. I mean, not the kind of mental illness that he's going to go
He's just
shoot
got
up a
dementia
place.
as well.
Well, he's just old.
Yep.
Yeah,
he
his
also
brain
had
is
two.
actually turning
He had
into
two
liquid.
brain surgeries when he was like.
He sure did.
Yeah, back when he was like younger. I guess younger because he was. If it's the same person, that is, because I'm not sure if it's. The
Well,
same
he's not
person.
Paul McCartney, so we don't need to go down that road.
Right,
Dad.
yeah.
All right.
Oh.
I mean, he is who he is,
Okay.
man.
Yeah. What happened? What are you saying?
She said mucho bettero, and I was like, I read it as mucho buttero, and I was like, what does that mean? Mucho buttero?
Well, sexually, that might mean something weird. I don't know. Other than that, I don't.
Let's
Let's not look that up on
let's not
our
look
Google.
I'm
that
not
up.
going to deal with that one. Man. It's not going to happen.
That's a you thing.
We're not going to Google on that one.
Yeah, let's leave that one. Let's leave that alone.
Yeah.
And of course, Kamala Harris. Why do they? Why are they always doing
Right
this?
behind a
Right in the
jet
helicopter.
engine.
Right.
They're doing it on purpose. I'm telling you, so they can't hear your words.
Right. So they can say it
What?
and they'd be like, "What?"
They
What?
do it.
right.
What?
Hey, where you have a helicopter back here so we can play the music,
Right.
man? Yeah, there we go.
On the issue of gun violence, I will say, as I've said countless times, we are not sitting around waiting to figure out what the solution looks like. You know, we're not looking for a vaccine. We know what works on this. It includes.
Can you
let's
imagine
have an assault
what it must be like to be the guy in the back
An assault weapon is?
who has to nod your head? Where you have to
Yes.
nod your head. Yep.
Yes. Yep. She's
Well, he's
totally.
getting paid to do it, so why
Right.
wouldn't he?
Right.
man?
Right.
He also has a gun, which she just literally just said to not get up. It's kind of like, are you gonna get rid of those guns, or are you just kind of like, nope. I need guns
Protect the
because I
president
need
with
to be
your handgun.
protected. Right? Pew pew.
Pew pew. Oh,
Fuck that criminal.
if only
how
I
did
had
he get
something
the
to fight
gun?
back the criminal with.
Right.
What do you have to protect yourself from, though? That's the whole thing. Are you scared somebody's going to come break in your home?
Well, it depends on where you live. There are certain parts in even this country.
Dude, I grew up in the heart of D.C. I know all about it.
Right.
There's nothing here.
Nothing
here
here.
that's scary. So
Here-
I know what it's all about. And
For where I live in this neighborhood.
This
town
neighborhood, though.
Yeah. Yeah, as I said, my neighbor got shot. Like, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I heard pop, pop, pop. And I was like, what's that sound? Are they doing fireworks?
Yeah, man.
And then I heard someone, I got shot. And I'm like, oh. Oh. And then I looked out and I guess he touched the hood of my car and there was like blood hand. And I was like, hey, mother, how do you get a gun? How do you do that? Because I know y'all, I was the last person in my family to get a gun. I'm like, okay, how do you do that? Okay, thanks. I only got a gun. I was like, okay. I mean, it wasn't that easy. It took a few months. But hey, I got one. And yeah. Or no, I don't got one. I lost it in a boating accident.
Yeah, you don't have a gun, dude. A squirt gun.
Yes, I got
You
my
got a
squirt
squirt gun, dude.
You know, my
A Nerf one.
Yeah.
What are they called? The Nerf
Yeah.
gun things?
yeah.
I forget what they're called.
Totally didn't get one of those yet. But apparently, as you see, the Democratic Party, you know, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, as long as this dude, Rep. Mondaire Jones from New York.
So that rolls right up the tongue.
Right, totally.
You have a funny name, dude.
He straight up is basically saying in this little video that I'm about to play that they're willing to totally just say fuck your laws and fuck the rules, and we're gonna do whatever we have to do to get rid of your guns.
Our lives the same as you did when you were kids, but we can't let you get away with this anymore. Enough is enough. Enough of you telling us that school shootings are a fact of life when every other country like ours has virtually ended it. Enough of you blaming mental illness and then defunding mental health care in this country.
Not true.
Enough of your thoughts and prayers. Enough. Enough. You will not stop us from advancing the Protecting Our Kids Act today. You will not stop us from passing it in the House next week, and you will not stop us there. If the filibuster obstructs us, we will abolish it.
What?
If the Supreme Court objects, we will expand it, and we will not rest until we have taken weapons of war out of circulation in our communities.
Wait.
Each and every day, we will do whatever it takes to end gun violence, whatever it takes. What we will do is not fail the children of this country the way that you have failed us.
So one thing they like to do, right, is they like to name these bills. We're going to Protect the Children Act. We're going to Save the America Act. We're going to bring
a term
life.
for it in English class that gets brought up all the time. I think it's pathos or ethos, where they're literally just using words to incite emotional response.
Yep. It's an like you see how he's acting, like he's acting. Right?
He's so intense, like
so emotional and intense and about it, and it's like to get your emotional, it's trying to pull you in emotionally, so that you don't think logically. Because if you're going off emotional, yes, he's strong, he's wonderful, he's trying to protect the children. But if you actually read whatever it is that he's trying to, put out there, probably more than likely the thing is not exactly what he's saying it is, or whatever it's named as. You know what I'm saying? Protect the Children Act. How are you going to do it? We're going to take away guns from everybody. How is that going to protect the children? Because nobody will have a gun. But the criminal, he stole the gun from this place. He's not.
Kids, protect the kids.
Yes, I don't want to hear your truth. Don't tell me about the truth.
What is your truth? The truth is, it's insulting me.
Oh, shit.
Is what's going to happen, man, is eventually one of these prominent politicians, family members are going to be in a bad situation where they get shot and killed.
You know what happened, though?
And that's going to bring attention. And those are the things that are going to bring all of our attention. And it will be sad that it will take just that one individual compared to all the other individuals that have passed in these unfortunate situations.
You know what happened,
There's
though?
no doubt about it.
Like a few years, 2 years. Actually, no, this was in 2020 when the whole election thing was happening. And then they were like, stealing the election and all that shit was happening. There was a judge who was presiding over a court case, right? I forget what the court case that she was presiding over, but I just know that lady, she had someone come to her house. I'm guessing the person was thinking that she was there, or maybe they didn't. But the person came up to her house and rang the doorbell, knocked on the door, and shot. That's what it was.
It happened in District Columbia.
Okay,
court system.
Yeah, and it shot. They shot her son and killed him, and then shot her husband. But he didn't die. And I was like, what the fuck? And then she came up there and was like, was talking about how it happened. I forget what the court thing that she was doing. I forgot what it was. Mm-hmm. But I think it was because like everybody was like the elections being stolen. And then so
it happened at that during time.
Yeah. And I was like, shit. Now this guy right here, right? This guy, not this black guy, but this dude, he's actually going to explain why it is important. Very important that nobody gives up their guns.
Anytime a government takes away their people's guns,
there we go.
Catastrophe follows. I wish this wasn't the case, but it's a true pattern in history. For example, consider these shocking historical facts about what happens when a government disarms their population. In 1911, Turkey established gun control. Then from 1915 to 1917, 1.5 million Armenians, unable to defend themselves, were rounded up and exterminated. In 1929, the Soviet Union established gun control. Then from 1923 to 1953, about 20 million dissidents, unable to defend themselves, were rounded up and exterminated. China established gun control in 1935. Then from 1948 to 1952, 20 million political dissidents, unable to defend themselves, were rounded up and exterminated. Germany established gun control in 1938. Then from 1939 to 1945, a total of 13 million Jews, unable to defend themselves, were rounded up and exterminated. Cambodia established...
Yeah, that's, he's pretty much gonna, for a while. And, don't know if we want to be on that list of countries that, got rid of the guns.
I'm still,
and,
I mean, when I get a little more money, I'm still probably going to get my own.
Yeah, I would totally
I can't afford one right now, but...
I would totally... well, you can actually pay per month.
You can... Yeah, but...
Yeah. And it's kind of better because you have to wait 30 days anyways to get it when you pay for it.
Yeah, but there's two problems with that. First of all, I'm lazy. Second of all...
Gosh.
Second of all, the bigger one is that I'm still just even paying it per month right now. Just,
gotcha.
Low on funds. Yeah, it happens. And
I want to get a big... I want to get a cannon.
You want to get a cannon? You want to
ever see the movie Predator?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the gun right there.
That's
Right?
That's the kind of gun I want, man.
Are we allowed to have that gun? Is that even?
Most likely, no.
I don't think.
But
that's
it would be
legal
cool to
anymore.
mount
Right?
it. I'd love to mount it on my top of my roof and scare
Right.
the shit out of people, man.
Oh my god, you'll be that guy on the block.
Or I could just put it on my car.
Right? Ooh, a warthog.
Oh my god,
Just
that
like
kind
put
of
it-
car out
yeah,
there.
put it on the
oh
car,
my
man.
god, it is like the half the size of the car.
Right? Your car would be just like, okay. Boosh, the car just goes back a little bit every time.
Yeah, you'd have to fire the gun to go forward.
Right?
All right.
What you can do is you can do a front wheelie and then fire it, and you can go just
Yeah.
you can start yourself off the cliff.
There you go.
It'll be great. Glenn's space program.
Yeah.